Why people misinterpret artistic photography online. When a photograph is shared online, it enters a very different environment from the one it was created in. In a studio or controlled setting, a photograph is shaped by intention. Lighting is chosen carefully, composition is planned, emotion is guided, but once that image reaches the internet, intention is no longer the only force acting on it. Interpretation takes over, and interpretation is unpredictable. One of the main reasons people misinterpret artistic photography online is speed. Online platforms are designed for rapid consumption. People scroll quickly, they make instant judgments, often within seconds. But artistic photography is not designed for instant reading. It is built to be observed slowly. When something is seen too quickly, the mind fills in missing information. And what the viewer fills in is based on their own experience, not the photographer's intention. This is where misunderstanding begins. Another factor is context loss. In a gallery or curated space, a photograph is surrounded by explanation. A title, a series, a narrative, even silence in a gallery carries meaning. But online, images often appear alone, separated from their original purpose, sometimes even detached from the photographer's name or explanation. Without context, the viewer is left to interpret everything independently. And when people interpret independently, they do not see the same image in the same way. Cultural background also plays a major role. Different societies develop different visual expectations. What feels symbolic in one culture may feel literal in another. What feels artistic in one setting may feel controversial in another. So the same photograph can carry multiple meanings depending on who is looking at it. This is not a mistake in photography. It is a feature of human perception. But it does create confusion when images circulate widely. Another reason for misinterpretation is emotional projection. People do not look at images in isolation. They bring their own emotions into what they see. If someone is stressed, they may see tension in an image that was intended to feel calm. If someone is nostalgic, they may see softness where others see simplicity. The photograph becomes a mirror, reflecting internal states back to the viewer. And that reflection is often mistaken for the photographer's intention. Social media also encourages judgment over observation. Platforms reward reactions, likes, comments, shares, and reactions are often based on first impressions, not deep understanding. So viewers respond quickly, sometimes without fully engaging with the work. This accelerates misunderstanding even further. There is also the influence of captions and comments. On many platforms, interpretation is shaped not by the image itself, but by what others say about it. A single strong comment can redirect how thousands of people see a photograph. And once a narrative forms, it becomes difficult to change. Even if the original intention is later explained, the first impression often remains stronger. All of this creates a gap between creation and perception. The photographer creates with intention, but the audience receives with interpretation. And those two things are not always aligned. But this misalignment does not mean failure. In many ways, it is part of what makes photography powerful. Because meaning is not fixed. It is created in the interaction between image and viewer. And that interaction is always changing. So misinterpretation is not an exception in online photography. It is the default condition. And understanding that helps photographers realize something important. Once an image is shared, it no longer belongs to a single meaning. It becomes part of a larger conversation. One that the creator can influence, but never fully control.